Stephanie's having a heart attack.
I mean, it kind of feels like it, but it's my right arm. Isn't it your left arm when you're having a heart attack?
No, we're just going to catastrophize that you're having a heart attack.
Yes,
See
it
what
goes
I
well with
did?
today's episode.
See what I did? So, welcome back, everyone. We are in episode 5 of our Cognitive Errors series.
Mm-hmm.
We are starting with catastrophizing today. We're going to unpack it.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do this one a little bit differently going forward. We're not necessarily going to go through the steps like we did. I think for the first 4, we were pretty good with that. And now we're just going to kind of move through. There will be some that we revisit the steps because they're going to be ones that I think come up for a lot of our clients, but then 2 also for ourselves where we're like, write it down.
Well, and I think with those 2 in particular that we were just discussing, it's very easy for people to get tripped up in what's a fact and what's not a fact. And that's why we need to really, really break it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
So today we're going to talk about catastrophizing, fearing or thinking that the worst possible outcome or scenario could happen or is going to come true or happen.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were talking about like kind of prefacing, okay, what could like be a scenario, a situation, one that resonated with Steph and I that has definitely come up during our career is when we get an email from a boss that's like, oh, hey, we need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, I'm getting fired.
I'm just going to start packing on my desk now.
Immediately.
Mara, it was great working with you.
Let me get
I'm going to be let go today.
No, it's fine. I'll see myself out. Don't worry about it. I'll see myself out. Like literally,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times that my mind has immediately been, and it's been like, oh, hey, can you cover for this? Or hey, what do you think about this project? Or hey, don't do that anymore. Like, oh my gosh. But immediately I was like, I'm going to be fired. I'll just clean my desk out right now. This is so embarrassing.
But you know what's so fucked up? Remember when I got suspended?
Yeah.
I did not think I was going to get fucking suspended. I thought I was going to get a talking to.
I didn't
think I was going to get suspended without pay. And I was like, this is really fucking happening right now.
I can't even remember where that happened.
Bitch, I got in a fight with Latasha. And we were like cussing at each other and yelling.
Oh my God. That is right.
Yep.
Don't
the suspension came like fucking 2 days later.
Oh my God.
The manager called me in and she's like, well, we need to talk about what happened. And I was like, okay. And then it got to, you're going to be suspended without pay. And I was like, what?
Was she suspended?
I don't think so. Was she? I
would hope so, because both of you engaged in that fight.
But I think it had to do with the fact that Debbie had written me up prior to that because she hated me. So it was like one of those, like however many fucking strikes you have. And because the email that I responded to went to like a reply all. So like higher ups seen the email that started the altercation in person. Dude, I was at my fucking, I was like,
oh, you were,
anymore. Like,
yes, you were,
I cannot.
You were reckless to a T of, you know what, you could not, but not reckless in the sense of impulsive. You were reckless, like, you know what, here's what I'm not going to tolerate.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
But in that situation, I did not catastrophize, which is crazy because I generally do catastrophize. I've gotten much better at it, right?
Yeah, way better.
But again, it's that having anxiety and wanting to be able to predict things, you want to prepare yourself for the worst. So when the worst happens, you're like, oh, I was prepared.
Right. Oh, I feel better.
Not. No, you're fucking not.
Well, but here's the thing. You're still going to feel those feelings, right? Yes. That's what I love what Brene says about that. Like you think your brain is thinking it's doing you a favor by preparing you to feel all of these things. You're still going to feel those emotions in that moment.
Yep. You're just putting yourself through it more than once.
Mm-hmm. Multiple. Yep. You're not fucking the Captain Universe or what is his name? What is the Marvel guy? You know, I don't think you're not a Marvel person.
I'm not.
You're not Doctor Strange. You're not Doctor Strange going through infinite possibilities. Knock it off. Knock it off. Oh my God, how wild. How wild to me to be like, you know what? Maybe this will happen. Maybe this will happen. Sophia's new favorite game is to be like, Mom, what would you do if?
Oh, I literally do that.
I had to stop her in Home Depot. But Stephanie, it's shit that don't make no sense.
I do it with dumb shit, not like scary
sense. She's like, what would you do if when you were in a session and Lincoln was over and Lincoln slapped your plant and like it broke one of the leaves? What would you do? And I said, I'd be pissed. What would you do if I came into your session and said that? And I said, I'd be mad at both of you. And I was like, I don't want to play this game anymore. This isn't fun for me. Like, I don't want to. She was like, okay. how would you handle? And I was like, nope, that's the same game. It's the same. I don't want to do this anymore. And she started again. I was like, Sophia, I've asked you 3 times now. I'm getting stressed out. Okay. I don't like playing this game. I don't live in the future. That shit stresses me out. I don't want to do it. I want to focus on what I'm doing right now. And we're in Home Depot and all these plants are dying around us because Home Depot's not taking care of their plants. And I feel very, very emotional about it. And I just want to get out of here. Want to get out of this death space. It was, but what would you do? I can't because you're just running yourself ragged, doing the mental jumping jacks of trying to figure out what would I do in this situation? What would I do in this situation? What would you do if a fucking meteor came and blew your house up and before you even got to being fired from your boss? Like, I've always been hit by a bus on the way into work, and then you never had to go to that meeting. Like, what? I mean, what? Like, what is the fucking purpose of those games?
I know a lot of people that function with catastrophizing, though.
Yes.
Which I'm like, that's an exhausting way to live constantly.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine. What, like, when does your, and people, when I ask, my favorite thing too is asking clients, like, okay, what have you done to like rest and reset? Okay, well, I was sitting on the couch and like just kind of scrolling on my phone a little bit, or, I was, I allowed myself to not work out that day or whatever. I'm like, but what were you doing? Like, what was your brain doing? Well, I was preparing for the week ahead. And I was kind of thinking about what might happen, or like what I might go there, or what I have to do on Tuesday. And I'm like, that's not resting. Your brain is not resting. If you are not mentally rested, you're not physically rested. So you doing all these mental jumping jacks is not getting you this peace that you're trying to think of. The peace that you want to think of and want to cultivate for your life is coming from those mindfulness moments where you're staying in that moment of, what am I in control of in this moment? What is happening in this present moment? How do I feel in this present moment? That's how you come